Yo, my name is Midnight with Midnight Manifestations, and if you are running across this video, it's because I manifested for the right people to see it at the right divine timing. I'm going to pull some energy on the collective, see what your spirit team needs you to know at this time. If you do not consent to me reading your energy, please scroll now. Hello, collective. Welcome to my YouTube. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if this video resonates with you in any way. To all my new subscribers, I would like to welcome you. I want you to check out my link tree. You can find my link tree in the description box below this video. On my link tree, you will have access to all my other platforms and see what all I be having going on. To all my day ones, everybody who's been here with me since day one, I would like to welcome you back. I really appreciate you for being here. So, collective, this particular message is going to be about you taking over the world, you conquering the world. It's the first step, the most important step. In order for you to take over the world, you have to take over yourself. In order for you to control the world, you have to control yourself. This message has no evil intent. Okay, keep in mind that I do read past, present, and future energy. Always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it don't fit, don't force it, collective. The other download that I got was that you have to keep your enemies away from you. Okay? I don't know if you ever heard the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Well, collective, I don't believe in that at all. I think that you need to keep your enemies far away from you, because for a lot of my collective, everybody in your circle is destined to win because they're already connected to you. Now, if you keep your enemies close to you, that means what? They're going to reap the rewards of being around you. So it's not a wise idea to keep your enemies close. Keep them away from you. You could have a history of helping people, over exerting yourself, overly supporting somebody, helping somebody, pouring into somebody. You know, this could have been past family members. This could be past friends you've poured into. This could be past lovers who you have poured into, invested your time, attention, or money into somebody else's dream, into somebody else's vision. Spirit is wanting you to have that same energy when it comes to you. Invest that time and attention into yourself. I can say the same thing about the people who oppose you, collective. They work so hard to micromanage you and make sure you're doing every single thing correctly. If these people put that same amount of time and energy into themselves, micromanaging themselves, making sure their shit is together, ain't no telling where they would be. They would be on top of the world. So this 1 to 7 days, I'm definitely picking up on you taking action for up to 7 days towards something that you want. Okay? So we're trying to take over the world, right? Maybe take action towards closing a cycle. Maybe you need to take action towards beginning something. Something that you've been talking about. Something that you always talking about. It's time to start. Okay? You're being called to get out of your own way, collective. Some of y'all could be allowing fear to stop you from beginning something. Some of y'all could feel like you can't do it when you really can. You ain't gonna be able to do it if you keep telling yourself you're not gonna be able to do it. You're not gonna be able to do it if you keep making excuses when it's time to get it done. You're not gonna be able to do it if you keep worrying about what other people are gonna say, worrying about whether other people will approve of it. You ain't gonna get it done if you keep overthinking. So the next step that I got was that the collective needed to heal past trauma. This is very important when it comes to taking over the world, collective. A lot of people love to skip this step, and they wind up being on top of the world financially, having all of the material things that they want, but still being unhealed on the inside, which means they're not fully happy. At this point in your life, it's no point in complaining about your parents, how your parents raised you, where you would have been if your parents was this, and if your parents would have done that. At this point in your life, collective, you're being called to be everything that you know that your parents weren't to you. Learn from your parents' mistakes. Okay? Spirit is also letting you know that you are always being watched by the divine. A lot of y'all know right from wrong, and you still make the decision to move wrong, and that's on you. Okay? But to a lot of you guys, I do feel like there were times where you stopped believing the divine didn't show up for you in your time of need. But now is the time for you to show up for yourself. And you can do that by moving with integrity and always doing right, even when you feel like no one is watching, because it's always somebody watching. I am a firm believer in karma. It says what goes around comes around, but there are so many different cultures or religions that believes in this. Okay, but call it something different. You got karma, you got what goes around comes around, you reap what you sow. I feel like this came out because Spirit wants you to keep this in mind while you're taking over the world. And when I say taking over the world, I mean taking over your world, your universe, your reality. Take control. It's time for you to take control, collective. If you feel like you have somebody around you who benefits more from your life than you do, then that is a problem. If you feel like you have somebody around you who has way too much control over your life, it's time for you to take control over your life. I think that the divine wants to get you to a point where you can govern yourself. Like, you don't need the police. You don't need laws to tell you right from wrong. Like, internally, you know what the fuck going on. And with that being said, I looked over and I seen I see you right here. And it reminded me of this card right here. I just love how all of the messages just come together for me so that I can share it with my collective. Mean-spirited people. It's crazy how they have at least one or two mean-spirited, nasty person inside of, like, let's just say public places in general. Public schools, food stamp office, child support office, unemployment office. It's always one or two that's like real nasty for no reason. And it always kind of makes it harder for whoever it is who is trying to get some type of help. It makes them discouraged or kind of make them want to say fuck it. But to a lot of my collective, I feel like you are very angelic, very divine presence. So as soon as you experience some crazy stuff, just know it was seen. The divine saw that shit. Somebody mistreat you, mishandle you. The divine saw that shit, and it will be handled accordingly. Okay? So it's no point to get upset. It's no point to match energy and be mean-spirited and nasty towards these people as well. Because what goes around comes around. And this is your world, collective. It's your world, your reality. You make the rules. You set the tone. You decide how your life is going to be. In order to control the world, you have to control yourself. Spirit is saying in order for you to control the world, you need to control your damn temper. I could be talking to a hothead in the collective. And for some of you, Spirit is saying you need to learn how to fight by not fighting at all. But collective, you're coming out as somebody who is angelic. Okay, so you are a sweetheart. And Spirit wants you to know that they see you too. Just like they see the people who oppose you, these mean-spirited people or people who just try to make life hard for other people. Just know that you're being noticed too for your morals, your integrity, for your heart. Yeah, that good heart don't go unnoticed. It is seen, honey. And bottom of the deck energy, I was just talking about taking control over the world, taking control over yourself. Child, we need more on past energy. Past energy. Let's see, Burn. Just a little advice to somebody in the collective. You just need to be very selective about who you're choosing to do life with. When it comes to friends, mentors, when it comes to what church you go to, when it comes to what family members you're hanging around, what lovers you choose. You need to start picking people to do life with who has a heart. Okay, I think that you used to get signs in the past that people were malicious, that people were cutthroat, that people were thieves, or that people were liars. Okay, and you used to overlook that because you used to think, okay, well, they not stealing from me, so they ain't do nothing wrong to me. Okay, my friend a hoe. My friends sleep with married men, married women, but they ain't never slept with my man, so it's cool. My best friend a scammer. They steal people's identity, but they ain't never stole nothing from me, so it's cool. And Spirit wants you to get out of that energy of overlooking a person's true character. Because if they'll do it to somebody else, they gonna do it to you too. And last but not least, I wanted to say that you just need to protect yourself from any new handlers at this time. Once you take control over your life, a part of that looks like you getting rid of maybe one or two handlers that was in your life in the past. For a lot of you, this could be a parent. For a lot of you, this could be a past lover who was your handler. And once you take control over your life, at any given time, another handler can be sent to you. I just think that Spirit wants you to be a little bit more protective over yourself when it comes to people. Make sure you set proper boundaries. And stop letting people try you. Stop letting people little girl you and little boy you. Only submit to people who are willing to submit to you. Spirit is saying you're going to run across different people, different cultures, different nationalities. They might be different from you politically. They might be different from you financially. Somebody who could seem to have less than you financially, okay? But they benefit you in other areas. Okay, I'm getting it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So Spirit is wanting you to keep in mind to never judge a book by its cover. I feel like a lot of people that might be coming in towards you might seem like bad news to an average person, might seem like a red flag to an average person, but to you, a person who is breaking free from all of the illusions of the world, but you still need to measure a person by their heart, by their integrity, by the type of person that they are, okay? And don't judge a book by its cover, because it seems like the world goes so hard for the person who looks good on paper, right? Or it goes so hard for the person who looks good financially. Spirit is saying that you could run across somebody who doesn't have much, but they know more than you. They have a lot to offer intellectually. You can run across somebody who is very attractive, but they dumb as a doornail. You can run across a great business partner, but they're very shallow and closed-minded. You can run across somebody who gives you the life that looks good on social media, but behind closed doors, you're miserable as fuck, going through all type of stuff. Spirit just wants you to learn how to protect yourself and defend yourself, okay? And they can help you in the 5D, but you learning how to maneuver in the 3D and hold shit down in the 3D, okay? Now, for some of you, I feel like you have been burned a lot. And when I say burnt, I mean like got the shitty end of the stick in a lot of situations. And it happens to the best of us because we learn from these types of situations. Spirit is wanting you to learn from your experiences. That's what life is all about. People fight so hard to get to the top, and they get up there and they realize ain't nothing up there. What's next? The most important part was how you got there, what all it took for you to get there. It's so many people who go through life and they do not learn from their mistakes. They go through this lifetime confused as hell. They live their whole life in this rat race and have never experienced true happiness, true heaven on earth. All right, so collective, this is day 1 of you taking over the world. Remember, it said 1 to 7 days, right? But I'm being called to leave it right here. If any of this sound like it resonated with you, make sure you hit that like button. If you would like to donate to my channel, click my Venmo or my PayPal in the description box below this video. And y'all stay safe out here.